I have discovered a rather bizarre phenomenon recently regarding God's improved plaid, Marpat. We aren't allowed to buy it anymore. I'm the silly type of collector that obsesses when I'm told I can't have something. I want it more. And I understand the Marine Corps never officially issued the Marine Corps pattern, Marpat, as tactical gear because Coyote Brown is easier to maintain, it's cheaper to manufacture and replace, it's easier to issue. They weren't trying to do that silly thing like the Army did and issue a uniform for every possible environment and then get upset when it didn't work. The idea was to take the most expensive part of the uniform and the most neutral color and use that. The part that makes Coyote blend into the environment better is how your eye perceives surrounding colors. So that's why they issued the desert and the woodland uniforms to accent the Coyote Brown, which it tricks your eye into perceiving the surrounding colors as a whole camouflage pattern. But I wanted the whole kit. I want the whole Marpat setup. When I got off active duty, I wanted to stay in shape, but it didn't work. So I bought myself an Ilby issue, and at the time Ilby was just dirt cheap because the Marine Corps was starting to get rid of them. They were trying to surplus all the Ilby stuff because they were switching over to the Philby. Well, the Ilby had two contracts. I found this out recently. The Ilby and Arcturix, I think that's how it's pronounced, had two contracts. One was the Recon version, which had more mollywebbing and external sustainment pouches like the Philby has now. But those external pouches were zip pouches, and they had they were Marpat. They weren't Coyote Brown. So I was never issued any of that because I was combat service support. I didn't rate the external pouches, so I never touched them, but they exist. So, like I said, I want to put some Marpat pouches on the outside of my Philby. Of course, I have a Philby. I started collecting current generation gear while I was going to school, and the GI Bill enabled my addiction. So I want to try to get these pouches. Nobody has them. Now that I'm aware of an item and I can't find it, now I get more paranoider than I was before. Why can't I have it? Now, sure, they're available on eBay for like the blood of your firstborn. But most of these external pouches are like issued gear. You can find other pouches, like mag pouches, dump pouches, whatever, but they're not always Marpat. They're generic digital woodland, and they're made in China. So there's no quality control or consistency, and nothing looks the same, even from the same company. If you order two pouches, yeah, okay, the pattern's going to be in a different location per the textile, but it like the green is off from one pouch to the next. The brown is a different tone. So one's darker, one's lighter, so you look half wet and half dry, and it just doesn't work. I don't know what the deal is, but the only patterns available for purchase from the big names are Coyote Brown, Olive Drab, Black, and Multicam. Yeah, AOR 2 and AOR 1 is that's available on eBay, uh, but it's for more money than I'd care to spend. It's Eagle, so it's you know, perfect quality, great quality, great textiles, the quality. Uh, but I just the I don't like AOR 1 and 2. I think there was some dispute between the Navy and the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps said, we're not changing our pattern, we're not using a generic. And the Navy said, well, we'll just make our own. And they failed. Let's just face it, the AOR2 digital pattern guacamoles are ugly. They don't work in all woodland environments. They might work in like Florida, tropical regions. Definitely not Korea, but they're ugly. They're high vis, and I just don't want AOR 1 or 2. I want Marpat. Back in 2008, 2009, if your brain pan could come up with anything, any random pattern, if your mind's eye could conjure the most ineffective pattern, it was available to purchase for just for fashion. If you wanted to just have it, it was available. It was out there. If you wanted that orange and green GI Joe Tiger Stripe from the Tiger Force, that was available for purchase for the full kit. I mean the whole thing. If you wanted pink, purple, and yellow mossy oak plate carriers, they had it. It was available. I remember seeing an entire set of red for like first responders. If you wanted powder blue, they had powder like bright blue. The local shop here had one that looked like Captain America. If you wanted it, it exists. Well, not anymore. You're not allowed. You can't have it. That's you plebs can't touch it. Like again in 2009, 10, whatever. If you wanted like an LBV with those really bizarre colored patterns, if you wanted an LBV in like white and blue, if you wanted to look like a GI Joe, they had it. It was available. Well, not anymore. Sure, Bass Pro and Academy, they sell like some real tree or some pin cot, and even like orange pin cot is available. But those aren't tactical patterns I'm looking for. I'm looking for Marpat. The big names like Black Hawk, Tactical Tailor, Eberlstock, T3 511 Camelback, they don't sell anything outside of the four main colors, and I don't know why. And it's starting to piss me off. They don't even sell M81 anymore. Cry Precision doesn't carry, but I'm not gonna pay Cry Precision prices even if they did. The mid tiers, the low tiers don't make Marpat. Fox Outdoor, Red Rock, Condor, Rothko, whatever, they don't. They just don't. I don't know if they don't make it or they delisted it. I'm sure there's like a box in the warehouse somewhere off in the corner that still has stuff that they can't sell. But hey, hit me up. I'm willing to purchase. I don't know if this is because we buy all of our textiles from China, or if this is a COVID logistics issue that hadn't been corrected yet. Is it just a market thing? Nobody buys it, or is this like a more nefarious plot? Should I, how much tinfoil hat do I need? Do I need a tinfoil sombrero? I just can't find reasonably priced Marpat anywhere. and not even from like True Spec or Rothco. Both True Spec and Rothco used to sell a digital woodland flight suit, and since 2012 I have not been able to find the digital woodland flight suits that Rothco or True Spec made. At least it doesn't seem like they're even manufacturing it anymore, because I only find it in one size, and it's never mine. I have to do like a super deep dive on eBay for hours on end, like in the wee hours of the morning when my wife's asleep, before I actually find something, and then well, that's on auction and it's already up to $250, and I'm not going to pay $250 for, a flight suit, especially if it's not even, like burn proof. It's not even fire resistant. I used WorthPoint to price a lot of this stuff, and the prices for what is available is stratospheric. Like, it's astronomical. What people are asking for crap that they're trying to get out of their house. Like, this is the last one, and we want to get rid of it, but we're also, $300 for a flight suit type of stuff. No. I'm a collector, but I'm not an idiot. All the time. Back to that nefarious plot thing. I know Chase has been known to just close accounts for public figures who have wrong opinions. Credit companies now, MasterCard and Visa started doing this. They started placing anything to do with firearms in a special little category, so they can just deny loans or close your account, call in your payment whenever they want. They're trying to destroy companies who have anything to do with firearms, and that may be the deal. Maybe they're having to reclassify their companies as airsoft, which is fine. But they tend to play that game the same way PayPal and GoFundMe did to YouTubers who have wrongthink. I believe Eric July had a problem with trying to get PayPal to pay up. Like I said, I'm hard pressed to find M81 gear. Like, not even 1980s era stuff. What if there's a museum that wants to get this stuff? M81 gear is, which I'm not even collecting, it is unavailable for new purchases. I mean, good luck at a surplus store. Most surplus stores aren't going to put all their stuff online. I did find 2 mom and pops who have helped me greatly. 2 mom and pops that are selling Marpat. But they're also collectors, and there's a major wait. First one is Grim Hunter Tactical. Grim Hunter Tactical, it's like a 4-month or more wait. They have everything I could look for. Not exactly design I can't even say it. Not exactly the design that I want. But they have a pouch for every use in Marpat. But the problem is they don't have just a Walmart warehouse full of products to order. You have to put in your order, and they stitch it together when they sift through the pile of orders coming in. 1021 Tactical. 1021. You guys are awesome. 1021's awesome. They have the sustainment pouches. They have a good price for sustainment pouches. But again, they don't have that big Amazon warehouse stockroom. They stitch them up after you order them. And speaking of Amazon, Amazon doesn't have anything that digital. What's funny is, and I'll get to that in a minute. There are plenty of Marpat or generic digital woodland items from European airsoft websites, but any purchase from Greece or the UK, Poland, I think there was one from the Netherlands, they double in price and shipping. So if I want, a $30 pouch, it's $60 to get it. So all of my items become ridiculous. So that tends me to believe that we're sending all of this stuff to Ukraine. If it's available everywhere else on the planet, just not the United States, are we sending all of our stuff to Ukraine? I don't know. $64 for an assault pouch. No. The One Airsoft website. I did find it an American, I guess it's an American website. The shipping's really fast. One Airsoft website has been usmilitarygear.com. The website address mcsus.com. They sell those weird European patterns and tiger stripes, and if you're on patrol for stuff like that, the 2008, 9, 10, 11 time frame where they had the British, I don't even know what that's called, a tan and a darker tan, whatever their uniform colors are called. They've got those pouches and vests and all kinds of stuff. If airsoft works, use it. I considered airsoft pouches and holsters for a time when I couldn't find the right pistol holster, because I've got a wonky pistol. It's not universal. Pistol pouches or pistol holsters don't really work for it. You have to have the one for yours. I remember there was one brand that was like $700 for the pistol pouch, or for a Kydex pistol holster, and I'm not going to pay that much for the pistol. But yeah, if it looks stupid and it works, it ain't stupid. So if airsoft is what you've got, use it. I did mention on the Comics Division live stream this past week that Google might have something to do with this. Like, old links are getting dumped or deleted or banned. How many times do you need to put out that you have a product for sale? It should just be once, right? Well, if that link was 10 years ago, your product may not exist anymore. So they just get rid of it. And like I said, I used Google for a time, and this is back to the nefarious plot. I used Google for a time, and I never got good results for like 8 months, because it kept pushing me to Amazon or Walmart, or if you're not Alphabet, you don't exist, or you're not allowed. But all I kept getting was like cheap Asian market stuff. Like I said, it's not consistent. They don't even use the correct pattern, because it's a generic digital woodland, so they don't use coyote webbing, they use olive drab webbing. And then one day I used Tusk and Brave and DuckDuckGo, and just magically here's all these items that you were looking for. Here are all the images you were looking for, but they're all out of stock. Completely out of stock. You can't find it, you can't buy it. Okay, there are 2 companies that I found, but again, back to the nefarious plot. Fire Force Tactical is a brand out of Cali. They sell exactly what I want, exactly the price I'm willing to pay. Everything they have is like recreations of Eagle gear, Eagle Enterprises. Some of it looks like ProTech or Point Blank. It's really nice. The problem is the website is broken. The payment processor's down. Doesn't matter how much I have in my cart, I can't buy it. They have started to upgrade their website. And they started like earlier this year. And it's not working. It hasn't worked since February, or ever really, to my knowledge. It's never worked. Because when I found it, it was like a really old GSA website that's the most user unfriendly you could possibly find. So they do this link and they said, we're opening another store, check back with us. And okay, here it is, 8 months later, and you haven't switched over, and I still can't buy your stuff. So okay, I'll try to get a hold of them. Can't get a hold of them. There's no Twitter, Facebook direct message, no MIRC, no email, no phone calls, voicemail, fax, telegram, telegraph, Pony Express, smoke signal, sign language, nothing. They're completely incommunicado. And the same goes for guncaseusa.com. Got what I want? You're not allowed to buy it. I don't know. That bugs me. If I were a pontificating man, I would assume that there's some sort of plot preventing the purchase of camouflage patterns other than the approved 4. Those 4 are like NATO colors. Flecktarn's not available. Flecktarn. It's always been available. That weird ghost square thingy that doesn't even work anymore because technology outpaced the pattern. Supposed to make you invisible to night vision, which that doesn't work anymore because we've upgraded our night vision. Like I said, the technology outpaced the pattern. That's not available for anything anymore. As the Canadians would say, I'm a little bit upset. So, if you're out there in YouTube land and you know of a business selling Marpat or Marpat adjacent, please drop a link. Like I said, check out these other websites. 1021 Tactical, I'll leave it in the link, or a link in the description, however that goes. Grim Hunter, 1021, and MCSUS, U.S. Military Gear. Those are the 3 websites that have helped the most. It's just with Grim Hunter and 1021, there's a wait because they have to make it. They have to stitch it together. They're in-house, and I really appreciate that because they're American-made products. Both companies of 1021 and Grim Hunter, they're American-made companies. 1021's run by a Marine Corps veteran. Support that guy. American-made products. They stand by their products. They don't sell cheap Asian crap. I always use that term, cheap Asian, even if it was a quality product. How am I to know? Because 90 companies copied off of the good one, and there's no copyright. There's no there's no product control. Anyway, yet